5 fragrances that are cheap, that smell like a niche. What? Let's roll my motherfucking music so I can put you onto some recommendations to save you some coin, because times are tough.
We're all alone. Yeah, for some friends from the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. This is your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Let me ask you a quick question. How's your wallet doing this month? We're getting very close to the first of the month. It's rent, you got bills due. Everybody's looking for a way to save $1, but still stay in their hobby space. We need some sort of normalcy in life, right? I mean, if fragrance brings you joy, happiness, and gives you that relief that we're all looking for during these times, and you want to continue this fragrance journey, smelling exclusive, smelling of high quality, but not spending that kind of money, what are we gonna do? Well, I got 5 fragrances here on deck that are significantly under $100, that smell amazing, of niche quality, will give you the exclusivity you're looking for, has the mass appeal quality, has dimension, isn't just flat out basic and boring. It has a little bit of love. And the first fragrance I'm gonna start off with is $17. There is no way, Cuba, that there's a $17 fragrance that can smell anything niche. No. I don't know how this house be pulling rabbits out their asses, but they do, and this is Frank Olivier's Amber. I don't know how they managed to pull this one out. I really just don't. If you're into ambery fragrances and want something with depth and sex appeal for $17, yeah, this is crazy. It's like, you're not gonna understand it until you smell it, and then you're gonna be like, yo, Cuba, that can't be real. $17. It's not overly synthetic. Obviously, it's gonna have some synthetic nuances on the opening, but it's not overly synthetic. It's beautiful amber, vanillic, citrusy, bergamot, vetiver. It's crazy good. For $17, this fragrance can easily, if we just scratch this shit off and put like fucking Roja on it, you can play it off. I'm telling you, if we could just do a little Photoshop on this shit and just put some other niche brand all over it, they can play it off. Obviously, the presentation's a little crappy. This thing has to get stuck back on with super glue, but it's about the juice. If you want exclusive, sexy juice for $17, this is amazing. Next one. Now, this next fragrance is a little bit more on the expensive side, but definitely smells of higher niche quality. You can shop it around. It's gonna be in the $50, $60 range, but it smells so much more expensive and has such a great following that it has its spikes in prices based on how people discover it or just kind of lose interest in it to jump on something else, and that's Garland L'Homme Ideal. This for me is a heavy hitter fragrance. It's crazy fucking good. It has amazing mass appeal, and Garland just knows how to do perfumery and do them well. It's very shocking that this has stayed so inexpensive for so long with all the amazing qualities and notes that are in this fragrance. I don't know how this fragrance has remained so inexpensive for so long. It's just deep. It's complex. It's sexy as shit. It's nutty. It's vanillic. It's woody. It's got sex appeal. It's got maturity. There's no youth factor here. You don't smell like a little teenager with pimples all over his face that doesn't know how to clean his ass yet. It's a masculine ass, beautiful piece of perfumery for $60. Again, another fragrance you can easily throw a $300 price tag on it, and people who are into fragrance aren't gonna complain. It's not like all Garland fragrances are inexpensive. They have some fucking heavy hitting pricey ones. Just don't know how this stayed so cheap. It's so good. Next one. I'm gonna call this one a pleasant surprise, and I'm gonna throw this right in the middle as an honorable mention because I find myself looking at this one and testing it out more and more, and every time I test it out, it just gets better and better, and it's made by Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz Select Night? What? What are you talking about, Cuba? It's Mercedes. It's a car brand that charges way too much for their vehicles. It's good. It's very good and can easily be over $200, but it's in the $50 space. Vanilla, sandalwood, cardamom. I feel there's notes of cinnamon in here. There's bergamot. There's a oudi nuance in here, but it's really more of a lavender, tonka, sandalwood. More complex than you would think from Mercedes-Benz. They've done a lot of mass appealing fragrances, but this one seems to have a little bit more depth and personality than all the others. This is very good, very sexy date night fragrance for $50 that can easily be in the $200 space if you just change the fucking label and presentation from it. It's good. Next one. I haven't even dropped a video on this one, but it was sickly. Love at first sniff. And I've been doing a lot of videos on this house lately. It's just been catching me off guard. It's a clone house for the most part, but I haven't been able to find what clone counterpart this is. This is just really fucking good for $30. I can't pronounce this name. It's Tapas Cubaknow. Don't know how to pronounce this, but what I can tell you is that it's crazy for $30. What kind of abusive salary are they paying their employees to make this for $30? I don't know, it's suspect. I feel like you went to the Middle Eastern soup to the spice market or something and just picked up a shovel of spices, put it in, sprinkled cardamom all over it, took some raw oud that was in a counter somewhere and just said, let me just scrape a little bit of that in there, got amber nuances and said, hey, let's only charge $30. What are we doing? It performed like 9 hours off of my skin. It's beautiful. It's sexy. It's complex. It's got layers. It transitions into something more beautiful, and it really lets the pH in your skin do the magic. I'm blown away that you can do this for $30. Another fragrance that you can easily, and I mean easily, charge $150+ for. The presentation of it does give me a Dunhill Icon Elite kind of vibe. It might be going to that space, but from what I recall from Dunhill Icon, kinda smells like this, but not really. This seems to be a lot better and strays more to the ambery oudy side than Dunhill Icon Elite. So I'm gonna put this in the category of $30. What? Next one. I never understood why this fragrance is so inexpensive. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's a known brand, it's not a clone, and this is like Mysterious Gentleman in a bottle for cold weather. Performs outstanding, and it's so elegant that there's no way that this shit is under $30 still. And that's Lalique Noir à l'extrême. I don't understand how people can price this so cheap. There's niche fragrances that are not up to this caliber, that are 3-4 times the fucking price of this. This is crazy. This is Mr. Masculinity in a bottle. It's definitely not a youthful vibe at all. You need to have a 401k to even rock this joint. You're a person who's got a bespoke suit made before. You definitely have 6 or 7 children and at least a wife and a gumara. To understand the depth and beauty of this fragrance, it's something you need to try. And I recommend you to buy it immediately if you're looking for something grown man and sexy, because guess what? It costs the same as a Starbucks venti frap with pumpkin spice and foam and shit sprinkles. Stop being stupid. Spending all this money on these frag. Don't be stupid like me. Get something that's good and cheap. This is good, cheap, sexy, dress up, corporate, swaggy for under $30. Next one. Hey Cuba, recommend me a leather-based fragrance under $30 that's any good. No problem. Fendi Pour Homme. Simple. I've mentioned it in cheapy videos before. I will continue to mention it in cheapy videos because there's no reason why this is only $30. It's crazy. Mass appeal, sex beast, leathery, sexy, woody, dark, date night, close encounters, sniff me. You have no problem wearing this because if you're a label whore and just like to brag about brands that you own, you can say, yeah, what are you wearing? I'm wearing Fendi. Oh, Fendi. Yeah, Fendi that cost me $25. So it's fake, right? No, it's original. It's real deal, just happens to be available at like Century 21. It's so good. Oh, I forgot. Leather, peppery, bright, sexy. Oh God, this is fucking good. Guys, come, it's $25. I just don't understand why people spend so much money. I have to do it. I'm a content creator. I gotta spend the bread. You don't gotta spend the bread. Just sit down and watch my videos and go through cheapies and just start jotting shit down to save yourself some coin. There is no reason to try to keep up with the Joneses, because this Joneses is stupid as shit. There's a lot of good juice out here that isn't so expensive. Try them out, save some coin, and these are fucking good. They should have a higher price tag, and they don't. They're not eye gouging you like a lot of these people are, and guess what? They're so good. Save the bread. Welcome to the new world order. Cuba's world. I love y'all motherfuckers from the heart, and I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know what it is. Biggest in the game. Smooches.
Cubaknow, what's fresh, who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? Cubaknow.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib.